What's up, y'all? My name's Logan and I have rheumatoid arthritis. I've had it for 12 years now, and most of that time I've had it under control pretty well, but here recently it's come back. So I've got 5 things that could hopefully help you out when it comes to your pain and just dealing with this disease, quality of life in general. So the first thing you should do to eliminate your arthritis, whatever meds you're on, stay on them. Whatever your doctor tells you to do on your meds, whether you're taking methotrexate or prednisone or Humira or whatever, do not get off of them, because there's no such thing as remission with this disease, at least in my case anyway. You can keep it in remission with meds. It kind of depends on how severe your condition is, I think, as to whether you can come off meds. For me, I cannot come off meds at all. If I come off meds, I get something like this right here. A couple months ago, my ankle started swelling up because back in November, I got off my insurance and got off my meds. And so a few months later, my ankle started inflaming and it's hard to move again. So stay on your medicine, please. Number 2, diet. I know you ain't eating right, bro. I know you eating that processed bullshit, the sugary foods and refined sugars and all that crap. That stuff is really, really bad for inflammation on your body. It will raise your inflammation levels like crazy. So eat clean foods. Some stuff I eat, I'll bake chicken. I don't ever fry it because fried stuff raises your inflammation levels a lot of times. I try not to even buy food if it's processed. The best, I guess, litmus test for whether or not it's a super processed food, look at the ingredients on the back, and if there's more than like 3 or 4 ingredients, you probably don't need it. But it's like, the less ingredients, the better, basically. That's kind of how I gauge whether or not food is clean, in terms of having those refined sugars or the chemicals that make the food last longer on the shelves, you know what I'm saying? So just pay attention to that. Stop eating that stuff, or eat it less often anyway. If you eat it less often, your inflammation levels will go down and you'll be able to move better. You'll have less pain. I promise you. I know it's hard because we're addicted to food. I'm addicted to food too. I have cheat days, and on them cheat days, man, I go crazy. Arthritis can turn you into someone who cannot walk. This is the second time this has happened to me. Not that I can't walk, just that I can't walk very well because the inflammation is so bad. It's so painful. I run the risk of damaging cartilage if I were to put a bunch of weight on my ankles and move around and stuff. So pay attention to your body. That's another thing. That honestly could be another thing on your list, because I'm always listening to my body. Like, I just mean, in the morning when you first get up, don't even get out of bed without like feeling of your joints, seeing how they're like, how tight they are, all that stuff. And I like to stretch before I get up too, just because it's just painful to move when your joints are really stiff. So keep them loose, stay moving. And that brings me to my number 3, stay moving. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you have arthritis and you're a couch potato, bro, you're about to get mashed, because I'm telling you, if you don't move, your joints will not work with you, man. It's basically like you're telling your body you don't need to move when you don't move. Your joints are stiff, I get that. I know it's painful, I know it hurts, but if you want them to loosen up at all, man, you gotta just do what you can, move what you can. We didn't evolve as human beings by sitting down 8 hours a day at a desk, you know what I'm saying? I know that's really common today because of our modern lifestyle and all this, but it's very important to move. And I'm not saying go Olympian on us, just if you're having trouble walking, do what you can. You know, there's no excuse to sit around. If you are physically able to move, you have to, if you want to continue moving, because this disease will put you on your ass forever. It really will. It's awful. It's a disease. I use basketball. I go pretty hard just because my thing is longevity, man. I don't want to turn 50 and not be able to walk very well or anything. So I'm trying to stay in shape through, you know, the next 20, 30 years. And this list is helping me do that too. Number 4, something I don't know if we think about too often, but stress management. We move too fast in our culture, I think, a lot of times. That can stress you out because you don't have time to stop and think about stuff, or kind of ground yourself and figure out what it is, where you're going and stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the point to stress management is to just figure out what is stressing you out and either avoid those situations or try to work through them to where they don't stress you out as much, because stress can lead to inflammation like crazy. I know that when I'm on the basketball court, I'm the least stressed, so that kind of ties into keeping my inflammation levels down. That activity will help your stress levels go down too. The more you exert yourself, the less stressed out you'll be, just because, you know, your body's kind of blowing off steam, so to speak. But if you can't exert yourself to the point where your stress goes down, like I said, avoid those stressful situations or try to figure out how to work through them. Communicate with whoever it is or find some help, you know, something. Stress can kill you too, man. Or at least make it unhealthy enough to where you want to die. And number 5, this is an underrated one to me. My doctors have never told me much about this, and this may be an individual thing. We all deal with our own individual ways of dealing with this disease. So for me, one of these things is sleep. If I don't get sleep, I think it contributes to my stress. I think that's what it is. Honestly, this could basically come out of the stress portion of this video, but not only like getting 8 hours a night, but going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time, or getting up at the same time. That's gonna really help out your circadian rhythm, lower your stress, lower your inflammation levels. It's essential to being healthy, sleep is. So there are 5 things real quick that help me deal with this disease. If you want me to go a little more in depth on them, let me know down in the comments. I'll keep updating y'all with what's going on with my arthritis. Right now, I'm almost 90 days into methotrexate, so the inflammation is slowly going down. I'm still having a real hard time walking. My left ankle's killing me. My right ankle's better, so that's good. But yeah, we're gonna get through this, man. Thank y'all for watching, I appreciate you. And if you want more stuff like this, man, let me know. You know, it's not my favorite thing to talk about, but I think I have some useful things when it comes to dealing with arthritis. For instance, if you take Advil or aspirin, ibuprofen, whatever, and it messes your stomach up, because so personally, I have Crohn's disease, so anything messes my stomach up, especially ibuprofen or NSAIDs, non-steroid, anti-inflammatory. This stuff right here is called Voltaren gel. It's awesome. It's basically like ibuprofen if it was a cream. You put it on your joints, and I guess I don't know how it works, it like seeps through or something, and really helps out with the pain. It is expensive at Walgreens, unfortunately. It's like $30 for one of these tubes. Thank y'all for watching, man. I really appreciate you. We're gonna get through this. If y'all have any tips about arthritis, man, let me know in the comments. I would love to try more things. I hear all kinds of stuff about different things working, like my aunt was telling me about frankincense. I don't know if y'all have ever tried that, but apparently it can help you with arthritis. That's something I'm gonna try pretty soon. I don't know how to end these videos, bro. But I'll see y'all next time, and appreciate you. I don't know. Bro, I don't know.